Atkinson was on a Summer League telecast on ESPN earlier this week. His thoughts about what is next for Evan Mobley.
I don't want to put added pressure on him, but the truth is he's in these next 2 or 3 years, he's got to be in the MVP conversation. I mean, talent-wise, I don't see why not. And I'm not trying to oversell him or put pressure on him, but I was just out with him 2 days in LA watching him work out. He's got a guy everything. So it's going to be on us as coaches to empower him even more, on Donovan and Darius and those guys to empower him more. He's gotten stronger already since the season ended. And you can just see it when a guy starts to figure it out. Like he's figuring out his routine, he's figuring out his diet, he's figuring out all the stuff that he's figuring out the weights, the strength and conditioning stuff, and you combine that with talent and the human being he is and the character he is. Oh, and by the way, he's Defensive Player of the Year. It's like, why shouldn't this guy, put himself in the conversation, to be an MVP in this league eventually.
With that, let's welcome in Chris Fedor, Cavs beat reporter for the Plain Dealer, cleveland.com. So, Chris, Kenny Atkinson, don't want to put any pressure on Evan Mobley, but we expect you to develop into an MVP.
I mean, this organization, Dave, has been putting pressure on Evan Mobley since the day he was drafted. I think the next day, before he ever even arrived to Cleveland, his face was plastered on the billboards, and he was looked at as the next guy that was going to lead the franchise. Now, obviously, that changed slightly because Donovan Mitchell came in a year later in a blockbuster trade, but people inside this organization have been saying for the last couple of years, for anybody that's willing to listen, that if they're going to hang another banner, it's not going to be because of Donovan Mitchell or because of Jared Allen or because of Darius Garland. It's going to be because of Evan Mobley, that he's going to be the best player at the time that they hang another championship banner. That's a ton of pressure on the kid. But I think they're willing to put that level of pressure and expectation on him because they believe in him that much, and they believe that he's the kind of guy who's going to be able to handle that level of pressure.
Still really young as well. You tend to forget he played 1 year of college, and it's different for a big guy because he's literally grown into his body, and that's why you're seeing him get stronger.
It's also difficult for a big guy, Dave, because when he first came into the NBA, he was so reliant on his teammates creating shots for him. And part of his evolution into the player that he's become, this one who made an all-star game, this one who became second team All-NBA, he was less reliant on his teammates. His first year in the NBA, 75% of his made shots were assisted by his teammates. That's not a lot in today's NBA. But as his career has evolved, as he's gotten more comfortable, as he's gotten better and better and better and enhanced his game even more, he's becoming less reliant on Donovan Mitchell, less reliant on Darius Garland. And saying all of that, he's also somebody who he needs touches. He needs shot attempts. And if you think back to their playoff run, he played 8 games and 0 times did he get more than 13 field goal attempts in a single game. That's just not good enough for somebody who means that much to the success of this organization, for somebody who is supposed to have such a big role within the offense. The Cavs can't go an entire playoff run like they did this past year and not get Evan Mobley more than 13 shot attempts in a specific game. That's on Donovan Mitchell. That's on Darius Garland. That's on Ty Jerome. That's on those kinds of players to make sure that he's involved, to make sure he's in the rhythm of the game. And I think it was a learning experience going through the playoff run this past year. And in talking to Donovan Mitchell briefly, I think that's something that is going to be remedied very, very quickly.